sprinkler valves work forever. So it's very rare this happens, but you need to know. And then you need to know the parts of your sprinkler head. Now, of course, this is a pop-up sprinkler head I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you all of this for a reason, all these parts. The main point that you should be interested in is this right here. This is what's called a nozzle. And the nozzle determines how far the water's going to go and what pattern it's going to go in. Does everybody understand that? So if I get a 6-foot nozzle and it's going to do a half circle, it's going to go like this, half circle. I can get a full circle, it goes 360 degrees, 6 feet. What if I wanted to go 12 feet? Well, there's a nozzle for that. And so you have to look to see if you're getting good coverage. If you're not getting good coverage, the first thing you want to check are all these nozzles. And I'm going to bring up a sprinkler controller in a minute and show you how you can do that, okay? You can push a button and everything plays for you to do that. Okay, right here at the top of your cap, there is a white bed right here. It's called a wiper seal, and so as your thing pops up, when it pops back down, it's not going to take grass clippings and compost and bark mulch with it. Because if it does, then that head will not work again. Good. And so we have to do this every now and then. If the pattern is not right here, we have to change that out, or we have to clean it out. And I'll show you some examples of how that's done. Okay? So, this is a half circle. Looks pretty good. All these holes in here, water's coming out of. Because I'm going to show you how to check yours if that's not happening. To change it out, not the sprinkler head. No digging involved. You just take a screwdriver, pull that up, take an old head off, put it down. Then you turn it on to make sure it is throwing the water in the direction you want it. I've had several people, well, I got soaking wet. I said, yeah, you're going to get soaking wet. Turn it around. And then here's 360. And then here is what's called a rotor. And a rotor sprinkler head can pop up and go 50 feet, 100 feet, 150 feet, impact when you can go through that. They're mainly used in athletic field, but a lot of us might have the smaller varieties in our landscapes, and so we need to know how to adjust that. Where's your water meter? You need to learn how to read this water meter, and on your water bill, it's going to give you an idea of how much water you're using each month. And most cities have a tiered water schedule. So if you use just 6,000 gallons, it's pretty affordable. But if you use over 6,000 gallons, the price comes up. Oh my gosh, if you use over 12,000 gallons, the price comes up. So every 6,000 gallons, the price comes up. So it's very important we learn to do this. If you want to know just how much your irrigation system is, you do what we call the meter method. You open your meter box and write down the number that's reading there. Make sure no water is running in the house, and then run your irrigation system, get the second number, and subtract it from the first number, and that'll tell you how many gallons you use. If you have meters that do cubic feet instead of gallons, it's real easy to do the math. The cubic feet of water is almost 7.5 gallons of water. And so don't let that scare you if it says cubic feet. Okay, so we're going to look at the irrigation controller. You might have a different brand. What's this brand? Hunter? You might have a different brand, many, but what the irrigation companies want is that a homeowner can do this. And what they want is for you not to waste water. So a lot of times when an irrigator checks your system for you, they might recommend you put in a rain and freeze sensor. And it's a little cup, and And if there's water in that cup, and the temperature thing, and if there's water in that cup, it'll override your system going on. And if it's freezing out, guess what? It'll override your system going on. Because if your system goes on during a freeze, and you get ice all over the road, the sidewalk, or the parking lot, you're liable for any damage, any traffic accident, any pedestrian accident that occurs. Okay, so let's look at this then. We have this first thing that we need to definitely have correct, and that's current day and time. Because most of our cities require that we water after 6 o'clock in the evening up to midnight on our day assigned to water, and then in the morning from midnight to 10 o'clock in the morning. So you have 2 opportunities to water on your day that you're assigned to. And so in Fort Worth, we're allowed to water 2 days a week, and the odd addresses water on Thursday and Sunday, and the even addresses water on, on Wednesday and Saturday. Yeah, something like that. Tuesday, commercial irrigation is allowed, commercial, industrial, places like that. And then on Monday, no irrigation, no irrigation. Any firefighters in here, you can tell me why we don't irrigate on Mondays? How many of you got a letter from your city saying you irrigated on Monday? The fire marshal checks the pressure to make sure he has enough pressure to fight fires. And he doesn't want 700,000 irrigation systems running when he checks that, because if he checks it when that's happening, you might not be enough pressure. And this is happening in some cities, where the fire marshal has come on and said, no irrigation for the next week, or the next 2 weeks. They got to build that pressure back up. So please, 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 confine yourself to your day of water. Then we look at the next thing on the controller, and it says start time. It doesn't say start time. It says start times. Because one of the things that make our irrigation more efficient because of our heavy clay soil is what we call a cycle and soak irrigation schedule. And so I have 2 start times on mine. 2. One goes off at 3 o'clock in the morning, and one goes off at 6 o'clock in the morning. And so it runs each sprinkler half the time that I would want those zones to run. Half the time. And so if I wanted to run 20 minutes, it's going to run at 10 and 3 o'clock and 10 and 6 o'clock. Does everybody understand that? 10 minutes? Okay? And some irrigation controllers have 2, some have 3. I was helping a lady down the street in Friday? No, Thursday. And she had 4 start times she could do. So you can just see that when you're okay. Now, I don't mean to be confusing about this, because I'm also going to tell you every irrigation controller manufacturer has a 1-800 I'll help you with your control. And why is that so important? Number one, you can call it and that person keeps their job. And what the neat thing is now with our mobile phones, we can stand in front of our controller while the helpful person is telling us how to do this. The lady down the street got a letter from the city saying water on Monday. No water allowed on Monday. And she was like freaking out. Are they going to turn my water off? What are they going to do? No, they won't turn the water. They might turn the irrigation system off, but that's after 4 or 5 violations, I believe. But what she didn't know. And so I did it, and so I get up at 6 o'clock. I'm usually out the door in the heat of the summer about 6:30 to walk my dog. And I thought, oh my gosh, there was a Tuesday in her irrigation, and she had an odd number address in her irrigation system running. Not because I saw it running, but I saw run off on the street. So I knew that she didn't irrigate. So I went back later on that afternoon, and I said, let me look at your controller again. And I looked at the program button. And program 1 was what I had set. And so I looked at program 2, and someone had set it, and someone had set it, then program 2, 3, and she had 4. And so I turned those off. The other one is run time. How many minutes do you set your controller to? Well, I'm going to talk about doing a catch cam test and show you some of the things you can use to do that. And so you want to try to put an inch of water down a week, whether you do that on 2 days a week or how you do it, but you need to know. And so that gives you a run time. I use tuna cans just because my grandkids eat so much tuna and I have a lot of them. But it's a good way. And so we'll talk about that again in a minute. And then we have days to water. Days to water. And so, what does your city allow? 2 days a week? Oh, great. Because some have changed it to 1 day a week. Yeah, so that's great. And then here's one that you might not be familiar with, seasonal adjustment. And this is where you can in the fall turn it down to percentage, 75% maybe, or in the winter turn it down to 50 or 25%. Particularly if you're going to travel in the winter, or actually maybe in the winter, if you're going to travel, you might want to turn it off, just in case you create time. And then we have this. These are really helpful. This is manual 1 station, and this says manual all station. So if I turn my dial to manual all station, then turn it back up to run. What it's going to do is each station, each zone is going to run for 2 minutes. And that gives me time. Here's station 1, to see if anything's going wrong. Here's station 2, and I can look and see if anything's wrong. It gives you that time to do that. And then if you see something you need to correct, what you might be doing then is going back to manual 1 station to check to make sure you got it right, that you fixed it. Okay, that might be a slack leak, that might be a nozzle that's stopped up with soil or grass clippings, that type of thing. So an irrigation check, yes, ma'am. Yeah, she's asked me what that manual all station means. Yeah, you turn it to that, and then turn it to run, and it'll run each station for 2 minutes.
I think ours runs our whole cycle.
Oh, okay, well, the whole idea.
I never really stayed out and watched for.
Yeah, but it's just a way of check to see if your sprinkler system is running right. Not have to wait 20 minutes for station 1 to run and 15 for station 2 to run.
About this thing here called Magio. I can do it from my
Does
phone.
everybody understand?
Okay.
It's for you to check your
itself.
own
I
sprinkler
don't
system.
have
The
a
main thing you're gonna see is clogged
That's the update
nozzle.
on
and
Clogged nozzle.
it does the season
That's why I
adjustment
think it's
itself,
so important
minutes
to
itself.
understand if your
I can be
sprinkler
in Florida or
system
Alaska
is
anywhere.
popping out, the water's coming out, or very little water's coming
very
out,
nice.
or the pattern
My
is
son
very
can
messed
do it.
up.
I don't know anything about that stuff. My son put it in
Not
for
the
me, man.
sprinkler head, there's no digging involved.
It really saves you
Your
money.
screwdriver,
Oh,
you
yeah.
lift
Because
the
it doesn't run.
riser out
Yeah.
and hold it, take off the nozzle.
What is your water bill
clean it
going
out,
on in summer?
put it back on,
What is your water bill
and you're
going
good to go.
on?
You're
Mine
good
was
to go
218
once
this
you make
month.
sure it's facing the right direction. It's
Take
a
it.
half circle or a
They
quarter
don't
circle.
charge me, charge you whether you use it or not.
He'll charge you
No,
more.
so they do. Look at your bills, check, just check them. Yeah, they
We
do.
have solo
Run the
leak.
water. That's my business.
The most
I know.
common places you're gonna see that is up here at
I had
the
it
back.
happen one month. Mine was like $100
Down tightly.
1 month. I thought, well, wait a minute, I wasn't even here 3 weeks.
Pay somebody else's bill.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Sometimes we'll see the leaks down here, but we won't see them. But what we'll see is the grass is growing around that sprinkler head better than it's going anywhere in the world. And that's because it's
It's a
getting
leak
water.
tank.
Because it's leaking. And then down here. And sometimes these are glued, this is screwed in, the riser's screwed in. sometimes that happens. Very, very, very rarely, so I don't want you to worry about those too much. I think the main thing you need to understand.
I'm gonna watch LSU, USC today too. They play, no, they play tomorrow.
USC.
LSU and USC.
Inches
That's
per
tomorrow.
hour,
tomorrow.
that is applied by your irrigation system or by rain. And the way we measure that is
good.
with
It's a good game.
and I'll show you.
Took my mind. I said, everything is saved for football. It was
Breaks the surface tension on your soil.
Yeah.
Now, when you plant your beds, where you have added compost and where you keep mulch, none of
Especially when it gets cooler, then I can't use them outside, so I set the West TV on. Oh, the Saturdays.
You walk over it, you
I
mow
like to watch
over it, you
volleyball,
play
too, though.
on it, it gets very compact.
Y'all didn't save me a
And
chicken
so
leg.
it
Come on, that's
becomes
my favorite.
very
Y'all didn't
slow,
save me a
very
biscuit.
slow.
I like chicken.
And trash over there.
Is how fast it can go down. So if we had prepared soil at the top, we leave our grass clippings there to compost, our infiltration might seem good. But if you see the water start pumping on top of your lawn, or heaven forbid, running off in the street,
Well, I don't
you
know.
need to shorten
I've
your
never
run
had this.
time.
I never made it
And
out there.
maybe program a second cycle. Where you shorten that run
Well, you
time,
leave this-
give it time to
This is my
sink
third,
in. Very
third
slow.
event actually. So yeah, I'm new.
Yeah, this is my first time.
This is the first time. Yeah, this is my third one.
Oh, it is?
No, not the third. This is my first event here. The meeting with the commission as a whole. This is my third event. We did one. We did something at the
And
library
how long you been on the board though?
for 3 months.
Okay.
About 90 days.
Watched it, watched it. I started being a jam.
You started when?
In the gym.
In the gym. I might have said the same time I did. I think I seen it at the last board meeting.
At the
We did
last
library.
meeting.
Yeah, that's something. That's my first. That was my first one.
But what this is gonna do is, while that's filling up, I've got my,
I didn't know I was gonna be in the water that time. No.
my timer.
You in the door though.
So when
Yeah.
I see
In the
it
door.
filled up, that's what I'm
Yeah.
talking.
Yes,
15 minutes, 20 minutes, what is it gonna be? Now, if I wanna do the cycle
I don't
and
know how
subcycle,
to-
I'm gonna cut it in half and have 2 cycles.
This is my first. This is my.
Oh, I don't
I'm on a commission with the state. This is my first city commission.
Oh, really?
I want to get more involved locally.
What are you on for the state?
With Governor Abbott.
So here we have to look at this. Okay? You always
Is it a
wonder,
board or something?
when they build homes, and they always talk about the slope. If the slope's towards your house, you're in a big deal. Because sometimes during a huge rain, you might get some water damage up close to the house. But they talk about 3 to 4% slope.
Give them 5 before 5.
And so why? Well, if we go over that at 5% slope,
Oh, virtual.
and 4% slope, it's
Just good.
4 hours
It's not a
and
policy.
That's
Yeah, you
slow.
seen your pajamas or
That's
whatever.
very, very slow.
That's right.
If we go a bit slow, guess what? It's gonna run off faster than it's gonna go into
The
your.
mayor, Jack McCarty, he just, that's
And
my
then we
nephew.
also, look at
Yeah.
centimeters if you want to. But the
Oh,
other
he just
thing
he
that
just
says
texted me this morning. He
that
just texted me
the
about 3 out of
cascade
town.
Yeah, he's a
study
master.
I hit him back a little bit.
So if this can over here
attended our law school
is
yesterday.
half empty or
Dallas.
barely wet,
And
and this
I'm
one,
gonna see if I can get him to write me a letter of recommendation. Cause I was gonna run for office. He actually donated to my campaign about the side of the run.
Oh, really?
And then he ran for mayor. Yeah, did this thing with Ricky and the other guys.
and
you
then
don't
how do
run
I test?
City council.
Oh,
Yeah. I was going to. I actually.
He even used to go,
You
he's
see the mud? You see the mud?
I thought Tina was gonna go over to the county commission, but he not gonna affect his match.
And so that,
No,
a
I see
driver
that.
will not go into
He
that soil
wanted
like
that.
that.
He wanted
But
that.
it'll push down to where
To
it's
Gene, I
wet.
guess.
And then
He
eventually it'll
decided to
hit
turn
a
on his
point
back, which I knew that was a bad
where it's
idea.
not wet anymore, and the big driver won't go in.
Well, I mean, if
And so that's a good tool.
right now,
to have in it.
with the dean of law school, dean of admissions, and we had a
Your
long
irrigation
conversation, so
system is foggy,
I didn't think they
misty,
also had it
instead of
good. So
sprinkling,
I'm studying for that now.
then you need
Yeah.
to use a pressure
I
regulator.
said, Jack, had a letter.
One of the companies, Hunter,
I
right
should
now,
know,
I
that's
think
pretty
all
awesome.
of our
Senator
Congress
Zungers.
are installing pressure regulators.
That's a good
You're
conversation.
smashing my wife.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
your
right.
issue
I've had a good
is,
conversation with him
running
about
too
it.
long.
About him running for that
And
office.
you get run off, and you can
I've
tell,
actually,
even if you're running at 3 o'clock in the morning, when you get up
seen
in the
no hair
morning,
when our
and you
county
see
judge,
water
I was
in
in
the
the county
street,
judge race.
water
It
in
was
the
Tim
front,
Ryan, Betsy,
drain by
myself,
your
got
curb,
third in that
you
race.
know, you
Oh,
got
I
run.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
runoff
I
carries
didn't know
pollution
that.
into.
So
our
they came in
river
running.
creek.
Betsy came in second, I came in third. Five more,
She needs to be gone anyway.
You might get very compacted soil.
Makes me mad about her. She said, I'm gonna step down and take care of him. Give my family a little something, and also she runs for this other one, so.
I don't think she's done yet, honestly.
I don't know if she does it.
I don't think she's done. She's still in some boards and stuff, so she still got some action on her.
What do y'all think of the mayor? What they got now?
Maddie Parker,
Yeah.
A poor design installation.
she was chief of staff.
It might have
So
been
she
good when
was
it was first
carrying on Betsy's
installed, designed
policies.
and installed, but are you
Basically.
guys like me, you said, oh, there's an empty spot, let's put some files there. Here's an empty spot, let's put something here, you know? And so we changed our landscape. No routine maintenance. You know, when was the last time you had an irrigator out there? to-
When I'm
to check
the
it?
stuff they understand.
Clogged nozzle, partly
Well, I
clogged
actually do, because I was
nozzle.
having
It's a
issues with
serious
mine, and I
problem.
fixed it without me
Okay,
knowing.
Yeah.
I don't mean for you to hear the sound, but this is what I mean by the. Can you see the? Oh, okay, wait a minute, Emma. We're gonna go back to that.
Wow, that's a lot of runoff. Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, well, what I was trying to show you is if it's running down the storm drain by your curb like a creek. This is
I got too much.
right on my street. There's 2 homeowners that their sprinkler systems run so long, you know, the runoff starts running down like a creek. And I really wanted you all to see it, the water. But if it's just wet on your curb and not running,
You gonna run again?
that's okay.
Or something?
Very hard to adjust it.
Well, right now, my focus is getting that law school right
But
now.
this is
But
what
I
we
will
don't
eventually,
want,
yeah.
running down like a creek. And this is okay.
I think it'll,
Okay,
it'll
so
help my
sprinkler
resume
too
a lot,
deep,
actually.
you should be able to see that cap, you know? And, it's not popping up high enough
do you know
in
the
the
fall?
area that
Yeah,
it
as soon as
will
it gets
design
there.
the water wet.
What are you gonna do?
Because the grass is
Listen
in
to
the
you?
way,
No.
because
UNT
poor
guys.
distribution.
Oh, okay.
I just know the
See, this
commission,
should be like
and
a
the data commission, she's a vet, was a brat at the same time.
Oh,
And
okay.
so I have to talk with her, so.
Poor distribution.
I've applied before, I was denied twice.
Grass clippings and
Whatever
leaves
it is,
all
it's
over
very
it gives me a
competitive.
helpful hint.
Yeah.
But,
Maybe it's too low, but it's
I'm older now,
definitely
I'm more
not
mature,
done.
I have some more experience.
And so all I need
Like
to
all
do
this
is,
is gonna help
there's a
bolster my
tool that you can use like a
application.
pair of pliers to hold the riser up
It's kinda like med school.
while you
It's a lot of
unscrew it
criteria
and
that
clean
you
it out.
you know.
I've checked those boxes.
$1.50. But see, here's Jimmy again.
Like I told my wife, it's nice meeting the dean of commissions. This is a person, it's not to say.
It's real competitive too.
Yeah. So I might even do it part-time, just, take me 3 years and 4 years to 3 years.
That's all right.
But, if I could just get in the door, I think for me, just getting in the door is
That I
okay.
see
Yeah.
I'll run
is, for
again,
some
but I wanna
reason,
get
an
this done first.
irrigator puts
But I'll
a
run again.
sprinkler head at a corner,
Yeah.
where our driveway and the street meet.
Yeah, you gotta get
How many
something that pays the
times have we
bills
run
first,
over
too.
that sprinkler head?
Yeah.
You can be honest.
I mean, I'm all right, I'm retired, I did 29 years,
There's
so.
ways to move that
It helps
over.
also.
You military? Oh, you did 29 years?
Yeah, I'm retired.
Yeah,
Oh,
swing
that's what I
hard,
hear.
you know, and you
I love
get
it, man.
out
How'd
of
you
the
stay
way.
in so long?
But what's
Probably
happened
didn't kick you
is
out.
whoever
They
repaired
did.
that,
They
the truck
did.
ran over it,
You
they
gotta
had
go,
the
man.
water.
You gotta go.
sewer.
My dad was in 23.
Yeah.
Straight down.
I loved it. It was, for me, as a young kid, 17 years perfect.
It brings you in, boy.
Jumped out
I
of
can
planes
tell
for
you how
7.
many times,
You go to Iraq?
you know,
You did?
someone said, why don't they fix that pothole?
That's a nightmare.
And I'm going, well, why don't they get the neighbors?
Yeah. I was used to, man, used to
That's
just
what's creating
chaos.
the pothole.
I thrive in chaos.
Not all potholes going on.
It's a part of the skills.
The other thing is.
You organize it
drainage.
somehow. You
This is what
compartmentalize
I'll put as well.
it. You access
That's
it
a
when you need
big,
to.
you take enough
Find
water,
the ebb and flow of
doesn't
it.
do you any good. This one, oh my God,
for the most part.
Look at the property across the street.
When did you go in? 1990? 91?
Well, I went to basic in '88 while I was in high school.
Hey.
I was 17, yeah. But I graduated. Went back and graduated. Never like to do it again. In 90. Yeah. So I was in from 90 to 2000, like that for a little bit. Just in the car. I went back to college on my bachelor's. Then I went back active in the So 20 active, 9 reserves. So 20 altogether.
She must have that income coming in there.
And your leaky head is usually the
Yeah.
lowest
I'm supposed
one
to have more.
in that
My dad retired in 1960. He probably made probably 3 or 4 times what he made.
It only goes up.
And so what a leak
But
does is it
he was
reduces
drawing
pressure.
military
So the
pay,
mechanics don't
disability
work
pay,
on
civil service pay, and paid from the state of Arkansas.
He was good.
And I don't know if this came on board or.
He didn't have to work no more. He was good.
But not only are they.
That's not good.
But back then, he really wasn't making that much money. That's 60 years ago.
Yeah, but he's more than everybody else.
Pedestrian and a traffic hazard by having that leak there,
No, he loved the military.
and all that
We were
mud
all-
running out there,
We
slippery.
were all about military.
Not vertical.
I love it.
Vertical.
No, I
Can't
mean,
cover
we had-
the area you want
We
covered.
had more
If it's not
military
vertical.
blankets and stuff like
And
that.
so you can see the
MREs,
So,
spray going straight
sea
down.
rations, yeah, sea rations.
flatware and all that stuff. So you had 34 on it?
At least he was in the Air Force. That was
Well,
good.
he was the Army for a while.
Can be a problem.
We went to the Air Force, to the Army, and back to the Air
This was
Force.
broken pipe, no one
Couldn't get
noticed
enough of it, huh?
I guess
No one
so.
noticed it, and I went to the nearest, store.
I never did go. I was back when they had the lottery in the 60s. Had a lot of, they never called my numbers, so I never went. But I did go to physical. I wouldn't go to physical, though. They never
He wasn't volunteer.